Hi guys, welcome to beapromuser.com, a website made for musicians by musicians. So this 20-minute free course that I'm shooting now is all about what it takes to make it in the music business. But before I get into that good stuff, let me introduce myself. My name is João Figueiredo, but you can call me Joe, which is exactly what everyone calls me, so that's cool. I am a teacher, I'm an educator, I'm a coach, I'm a musician. I've been doing this music thing for 27 years, believe it or not, and professionally for 12. I've been a teacher for 12 years, I've been a performer for 12 years, and I'm solely focused these days on teaching people music and teaching people how to make a living out of music. Teaching teachers how to teach better, teaching musicians, performers, how to get more gigs, and I want to get into that right now. So during all my travels, I've learned a few lessons. I was born in Portugal in 1986 and I worked in the States, I work in Dubai, I work now currently in the United Kingdom. I've worked with the best musicians in the world, and here I am running my own music school, running my own coaching business, running my own online school. But more importantly, how? And it's not about being privileged, it's not about luck, it's a system, and I want to share that system with you. So let's start by talking about what kind of person you have to be in order to make it in the music business. So first of all, you have to have grit. If you are already in the music business, you know it's tough to make a living, let alone to make good money that actually allows you to travel and buy good clothes or whatever you want to do with your money. Buy a great musical instrument, that should be on the list, right? How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you keep on pursuing that dream without having grit? Grit is essential. It doesn't do everything, it's not the be-all end-all, but it's fundamental. You have to be brave, you have to be courageous, you have to go after things, you have to be almost shameless at times. Not because you're gonna be doing shameful things, but because you can't allow the fear of embarrassment to stop you on your tracks. You have to go after what you want, and what you want is a living. What you want is to live the life of your dreams playing music, teaching music, recording music. That's what you want. So, to achieve that, you need to be organized. A lot of the musicians I work with, they struggle with this, and this is exactly a big problem that they suffer from. Organization. They don't know how to organize themselves, they become all confused, they become overwhelmed at times, and even worse, they become sloppy. They get carried away by what they think they should be doing, and then they don't actually do the things they should actually be doing. It's a mess. So, what you need is 1. Help organizing your schedule. That can be, a friend helping you out kind of to clear the schedule and to reorganize it and make sure that you allocate time for each thing. For example, at what time do you practice your instrument? Put that in your diary. At what time do you practice with your bands? Put that in your diary. And by the way, no, it can't be flexible. You can't allow other people to mess your schedule up. If they mess up, they mess up. Fire them. Reschedule cancel the rehearsal, but do not reschedule anything, because that's gonna invade your schedule. It's gonna mess you up. Maybe they don't care, you have to care. Your time is precious. This is a race, okay, against time. So stay organized. The second thing that you gotta be able to do is keep a proper email inbox. Make sure your phone calls are tracked. You know exactly who you spoke to. Keep a diary of that. You can write it down, you can take a note on your smartphone, whatever you want, but stay organized. The next thing, of course, you have to have is knowledge. You can't not have knowledge. I mean, a lot of guys out there, especially now with YouTube and social media and whatnot, they go around, you know, saying that they just know it. And then when push comes to shove, they don't know it. Or they kinda know it. They don't know enough. So follow this logic. Be so good that they can't ignore you. Yes, marketing will be a big deal, and we will talk about that as well, but you have to know what you're doing. So when you know, it's time to get the job done, you get the job done and you get the call again. That's a big part of what we do as musicians. We gotta keep those calls flowing, we gotta keep those emails flowing. The best way to do that is to be reliable, organized, professional, and extremely skilled. So do dedicate a solid amount of time of your day to practice. However, do not waste useful working time with practice. So what do I mean? Like, if it's possible that you could be, you know, recording at 10 a.m., don't cancel that because you need to practice. But also you shouldn't cancel practice because otherwise your skill will suffer. So what do? You practice at 7 a.m. That's right, I told you, step number one, you need grit. And a lot of this has to do with you having to endure through 80 to 100 hour weeks. You have to deal with that. So yeah, hang in there. Now, I will also advise you to be patient. A lot of musicians are just so impatient and they end up giving up on everything, and they keep hopping around and they don't commit to any projects because they are hoping to find that great band, that great idea, that great lick that's gonna save their lives and provide income for life. Be patient, do the work, become skilled, become you know, knowledgeable, stay organized, develop a good marketing strategy. One of the things that I talk about on the website, beapromuso.com, is marketing strategies, how to promote yourself properly without being spammy, without being cheesy, how to put yourself out there, how to not harm your personal and professional image. So important. So many people make this mistake all the time. They harm themselves because they think that social media is their own private little, you know, diary or whatever, so they just post whatever they want. And then I'm gonna tell you from the standpoint of an employer, because I hire like 15 to 20 people, one of the first things that I do when someone sends me a CV is I go check their Facebook. And you might feel that that's weird, but it's public. So it's not like I'm doing anything illegal. It's within my right to go and see what you're up to. And then I see a lot of pictures of people drunk and, you know, just, yeah, not professional at all. You're not taking advantage of the fact that social media gives you such a great, you know, platform and exposure for free. So what are you doing? I go there and I see you drunk, like every 2 pictures you're drunk with your buddies. I'm not gonna hire you, you sound like a drunk. And I'm not saying that you are drunk, but that's the image you're putting out there. So on the other hand, if all you post is pictures of you playing and videos of tutorials or lessons that you shot, you know, professional stuff, then I go there and I'm like, whoa, this guy is super committed to the craft and he's actually doing some good marketing. Hell yeah, I wanna hire you. You're an asset now. So those things is the kind of stuff that we talk about here on the website. So then if you want to do the courses later on, we get into that really in depth into that, I should say. And I literally show you step by step how I went from 0 when I moved to the UK, 0 students, 0 clients, 0 everything. And in 9 months I was running my own music school. And now I'm 3 years later, we have, you know, 2 music schools, and I keep on expanding, and we have 12, 13 teachers. How'd I do that? I'll get into that later. But the last thing that I want to talk about that you need to have in order to succeed in the music business is balls. You need to have balls. You need to have some sort of, you know, like inside of you, you need this blind faith and bravery and, you know, courage that will help you when things get difficult. And trust me, things will get difficult. It gets mental in this business sometimes. So you need to motivate yourself. You know, especially when you're abroad like myself, and you know, family was left behind and friends were left behind and you're completely outside your comfort zone. There's gonna be many times where you're gonna be walking outside by yourself and just freaking wondering about life, and it can be difficult to manage that. So if you're not brave enough, if you're not courageous enough, you might give up and just go back to your mama. And I wouldn't judge you. It's freaking difficult. So when you're in Dubai or in New York or in London or wherever you are, and you're just there by yourself, you have to use that time to motivate yourself, not to throw yourself down. Push yourself. Make plans in your mind. Push, push, push. And it's always, always fundamental that you remind yourself of why you're doing this. That's so important. Remind yourself of that because you love to play, because this is your childhood's dream to be a professional musician in London, because you love education like I do. So all you can think of is teach. You just want to teach. So keep that in mind when things get difficult. Keep pushing, keep making yourself more skillful, make yourself more relevant in the market. You know, go and do those gigs, go and do those lessons, find the job that's gonna allow you to unlock the next level. You have to have that you know, like I said, that grit to keep yourself on track and pushing. Now, sometimes things get difficult, really difficult, especially money-wise, and one of the things that I talk about on the website as well is how to manage time if you have a full-time job that is not music and you still want to pursue a music career and your full-time job is just in the way. I'm gonna show you exactly how to quit your job and not go broke. But that's besides the point for now. Just to give you a quick recap, first thing that you must have is grit. Grit meaning you have to be stubborn, basically. You can't stop. You have to keep going. The second thing that you must have is organization. You need to be organized. You need to stay on top of your... Third thing that you have to have is skill. So dedicate a solid amount of time to practice. You need to be attractive, okay? So people need to be attracted to your playing, to your communication skills, to your whatever you want to do. You gotta be really good at it. Because one thing that I see a lot is guys going like, I want to be a session musician, and then they can't even play to a metronome. Really? The fourth thing that you have to be, or in this case have, is patience. You need to be patient. You need to lay out a plan, stick to it, be flexible with how you get to your destination, but you need a plan, okay? You need a plan to fulfill your vision. So you need to decide how you're gonna get there. You need to decide what the steps are going to be, but you also need to be patient because sometimes, you know, things change and you need to readjust and change your business model and move on from there. So be careful with lack of patience. A lot of hopping around might scream unreliable, might scream nervous, might scream desperate. So if you're always chasing the next gig and the next the better paying gig and job, and you're just gonna end up chasing money, and it's not gonna work. There are smarter ways of making money without chasing money. So be patient. And of course, the last thing is bravery, courage. You need to really put up with a lot of crap in this business, so you need to have a thick skin, and you need to have courage in order to face this jungle that this business can be. So if you don't do that, if you don't have that, you gotta develop it as soon as possible. And by the way, the best way to do that is to put yourself out there and just go at it. Don't mess around. Move out, quit your job, whatever. Face the fear, face the hunger. If you are hungry, trust me, you're gonna make shit happen. Excuse my French. It is what it is. So those are the things that I really believe that will help you achieve that success in the music business. So yeah, again, my name is João Figueiredo. I am an author, a coach, an educator. I am the founder of Ep.151. I am the founder of the Leeds Music Academy in the United Kingdom. I run a couple of websites as well of online lessons. But what I really want to do is help people like you succeed. And because I've done it, and I've done it in 3 different countries, and I now have a system that allows me to consistently deliver, I want to show you exactly what that is. So thank you for watching this video. I wish you all the best. If you have any questions, please just send us an email. There should be an email address somewhere here. If not, it's because I don't know how to edit videos. But the email address is info@beapromuser.com. info@beapromuser.com. I really hope you send me an email. I love questions. I love to help. Bring them. Take care, guys. Go get them.